Hello students, welcome back to the class. During the last class we have discussed about what are the features of rights. In that feature of rights in the last class we have mainly concentrated about right varies and right precede the states. In the last class when we have discussed about right vary, what we have discussed that right vary in the sense various times the rights were quite different according to the terms, okay, as per the period of time the rights were also changes. In the ancient time the rights were different when compared to the modern time the rights were also quite different. So the rights are quite different from the ancient time as well as modern time also the rights are quite different. Depending upon the terms and the conditions also the rights were quite changes. Second point when we have discussed right precede the states, in the sense before the formation of the states also the rights were already there. But difference is these rights are enjoyed by only few section of the people. Okay, only few section of the people used to get these rights. But now, okay, we have that rights only we have applicable to all the people. Now that rights has become universal rights. Now all the people are enjoying the rights. In the ancient time, you know that children only in the Indian society, Kshatriyas and the Brahmins family used to enjoy the respectable positions and all the various rights. But now the same rights we have applicable to all the people. Now everybody are respected in the society. In the society nobody will be discriminated, all the people are enjoying the same rights. Such rights are called as universal rights. Now we are going forward, we will discuss about more two important rights. Every rights has some corresponding responsibility. If you see that every rights has certain responsibility, okay, and when the rights are given to the citizens, citizen also have to deliver the responsibility. Okay, at the same time we will discuss the first thing, and rights are meant for common good. Why we have meant a right? This when we have given when we are giving these rights to the citizens, the main thing is people should get some common good things should happen to them. We'll discuss that later. First we'll discuss this point. Every rights has a corresponding responsibility in the sense, children, if you see the rights and responsibility are quite interdependent. They are related to each other. When state is giving right, when the state, we already discussed that state is enforcing these rights according to the code of law. Everybody are getting the natural rights. So these rights are not exploited. Even the government cannot exploit that rights. Everybody have to enjoy that rights. At the same time, citizens have to discharge their duties. Citizens have to discharge their duty, citizens have to deliver the duty. So rights and the responsibilities are quite interdependent and both are interrelated to each other. Both rights and duties are quite interdependent and they are related to each other. Without rights there is no responsibility. Without responsibility there will be no rights. So both are interrelated and interdependent. Similarly, if you see fundamental rights, we already know fundamental rights were made in America. Okay, first fundamental rights Americans have made. So imagine that these fundamental rights in India we have implemented. These fundamental rights we have given to the citizens. In return, citizens also have to discharge the duties, because they have, every person has duties only. No persons are there only they will be given rights only. Okay, in return duties also they have to formulate. Okay, whenever if anybody is taking something, they have to give something to the society. Okay, here in the society nobody is there, just simply is taking. When citizens are equal in front of law, when the laws, okay, when their rights are protected by the law, so when the state government has given them rights, in return the citizens also have to deliver their duties, and these duties are called as fundamental duties. Similarly, rights and responsibilities are both interdependent and both are interrelated to each other. Without rights there will be no duties. Nobody, if suppose if the states has not given right, states have no right to discharge you. State has no right to ask the citizens to discharge the duties. So rights, responsibilities and duties also. Rights, duties are, responsibilities means what, children? Responsibilities means duties only. Okay, they both are interrelated and interdependent. One more point, every rights has some responsibility. Now for example, what is the responsibility of every citizens? To see that their neighbors should also enjoy the same rights. This is also one responsibility. Okay, suppose you are a citizen, okay, you have certain neighbors who are living besides you. we have to see that not only you are enjoying the rights, but also your neighbor also should enjoy the rights. So similarly, every citizen have one right. Okay, what is that responsibilities? They have to see that all the citizens in the society should enjoy the rights. The rights should not be exploited. So this is also one point. So every rights has a corresponding responsibility. Okay, so even though when you are getting rights, when you are enjoying rights, you should not be calm. You have to see that your neighbor, okay, your neighbor also should enjoy the rights. If your neighbor is not enjoying the rights, you should come forward and you should rescue him, right? Okay, you should by using the court of law. Okay, we have to rescue the rights of your neighbor. So every person, every citizen has the responsibility to see that he and his neighbor also, whatever the surrounding peoples which are living in the society, surrounding peoples besides him, not everywhere, just the neighbor, whether he is also getting the same rights or not. Okay, so that is the main thing. This is one first responsibility. So rights and responsibilities are both interdependent. Rights and duties are also interdependent to each other. Without rights there will be no responsibility. The first important responsibility of every citizen have to see that he along with neighbor also, whether the neighbor is also enjoying the rights or not. Next. So imagine that if the neighbors are not enjoying the rights, what is the role of that citizens? He have to rescue his rights by using the court of law. By using the power of court of law, these citizens can rescue the rights of neighbors. Next, rights are meant for common good. Children, whenever the rights are made, it is made mainly to benefit all the people and to interest all the people, interest of all. Most of the rights are in favor of interest of all. No rights, okay, government will never make any type of rights which are not interest for any section of people. Whenever the laws are whenever the rights are formulated, that will be meant for interest for all only. Now I will go forward. The first important rights, if you see, rights are always exist and flourished. Okay, and this is useful for the common good. As long as if there is a common good, right will exist and right will develop. Always if you see, the rights will exist. Even in the future also the right will exist and right will develop. When the right will develop, whenever the rights are very favorable to the citizens, when all the rights are favorable as long as the common good, when all the rights are benefited for all, when all rights are in favor of interest for all the people, then only these rights are existed and flourished. So all the rights will be exist and flourished when, so all the rights will be exist and flourished as long as when all the citizens have common good, when all the citizens are enjoying the rights, okay, and whatever the rights which are in favorable to them, which are useful for all, which are mainly useful for benefit for all the people, that is called common good. Common good means either the goods which are interest for all, the goods which benefits for all the people, so that is called as common good. So here also, if rights always will exist and flourish until these rights are favorable to the citizens, these rights are benefits to the citizens, okay, that rights always will flourish and it will develop. Imagine that if there is any rights which are not benefits for the people, the rights will not develop in the future. Whatever the rights which are favorable to the citizen, that rights will be flourished for a long period of time, that rights will be flourished. Okay, whenever the rights are bringing a common good to the citizen, that rights will survive for a longer period of time. Whenever the rights are interest for all the citizens, when the rights will bring benefits to all the citizens, these rights will be for a long period of time. Now next come to the point, rights are promoting the common good which are recognized by state as well as society. Whatever the goods which are recognized by states and society, rights will promote the common good. Common good means the goods which benefits all the society. So rights also will provide some common goods not good, rights are providing some common good which will benefits all the people. So whatever the rights which are benefiting all the peoples, that rights, whatever the rights which are benefit to all the people, that will be recognized by state and society. Whenever the states and societies are formulating any law, they will see that whether this law is bringing any good for all the people, or not, whether this rights will benefit for all the people or not, whether this right is favorable for all the people or not, whether these rights is important for the development of citizen or not, whether it is interest for all the society or not. So whatever the rights which are bringing a common good, that type of rights only the states and society will recognize, that type of rights which are good, which can able to develop the citizens, which can make the citizens to lead a dignified life, whatever the rights which are interest for all, that type of rights only will be recognized by states and society. Children, these rights are very essential so that the citizens can enjoy the prosperous life, okay, and individuals can able to, this is very important for individual. Rights are important to individual because they can able to lead a rich life, good life. If you wanted to lead a very good life, okay, respectable life, rights are important, rights which are mainly given to the citizens. So what we have discussed every rights has a corresponding responsibility, and we have discussed that rights are mainly meant for common good to all the citizens. So children, we have discussed about the copy of rights, okay. These rights takes a very important place in the social science, and these are very essential conditions in the social life. Rights plays a very important conditions for the social life. This is an instrument for the social welfare. Rights will control and organize the people. Rights act as an instrument for the social welfare. How the rights will act as an organize, how the rights will act as an instrument? First, the rights will control the society, okay, the rights will control, they will guide the society, etc. Now citizens realized best self-utilizations. Next, rights led for the development for the states and society. Why? Because rights are nothing but the rights will bring the responsibility among the citizens. Whenever the rights will be given to the citizens, citizens have some other responsibilities which will be discharged regarding states and society. So normally the state and society also will be well developed. Okay, many contractualists have suggested, like Thomas Hobbes, John Locke and Jacques Rousseau have suggested that every citizen should be given natural rights, and these rights cannot be exploited by even the kings, or even government should not exploit that rights. Citizens should be given these rights by birth, okay, not by the position. So these rights are given by nature to all the citizens, that's why that is called as natural right. Natural rights are applicable to all. Natural rights are also called as universal rights, which are given to all the people. Now in this point we have discussed about the 2 points. One is every rights has a corresponding responsibility. Children, the first rights, we said rights and responsibilities are interrelated and interdependent to each other. Without rights there will be no responsibility. What is the first responsibility of any rights is citizens have to see that whether the neighbors are enjoying the rights or not. Okay, every citizen has one responsibility is to see whether their neighbor is enjoying the rights or not. This is also the point. Second thing is rights are meant for common good. Whatever the rights are made, that will bring good to all the people. Whatever the rights which are favorable, okay, that rights can be existed for the long period of time. States and societies also will be formulated only those rights which will bring benefits. Whatever the rights which are good, which are interested to all, which will promote benefits for the all, states and society also will promote those rights only. And these rights are very essential for the leading a very good life and prosperous life. So rights are very essential for leading a good and prosperous life. So children, these all points we have discussed. What are the points? First, rights are possible only in society. Whatever the rights will be there, that will be possible only in the society. Outside the society we can't able to implement the law. Second thing, rights are essential parts of the nature. Rights are very essential for the nature. Third thing, rights are universal. Rights should be given to all the people without having any discrimination. Universal means all, which is applicable to all. Whenever the rights has given to all the citizens without having any discrimination, they were called as universal. Rights vary. Rights vary means rights are quite different. Okay, according to the time, according to the period, the rights also will changes. Okay. Next, right precede the states. Right precede the states means what? Before also we have the rights. Before the formation of states, there was a right. Difference is that the rights were enjoyed by only few section of people, but now the rights are enjoyed by all the section of the people. This is the difference between before and now. And then we have discussed that every rights have the responsibility. Rights are meant for common good. Common good means we have discussed anything which will bring anything which is interested for all, and any rights which are favorable to all, that is called as common good. Okay children, we will meet you in the next class with a new topic. Thank you very much everybody.